Alright, I'm going to teach you how to do the Rubik's Cube. Okay? So right now you probably have a Rubik's Cube that's already solved. So just mix it up. It doesn't matter which way you mix it up. Or your Rubik's Cube might already be mixed up. And it still doesn't matter how it's mixed up, because it's going to be the same for every Rubik's Cube. Okay, so I mix it up. Okay? So what you're going to do first is you want to get a cross at the top, matching the colors corresponding on the sides. Okay, so you want white cross on the top, matched with, for example, blue goes with blue with the white on top, green would go with green. Okay, so let's do that real quick. So if you have a white that's here and you want it to go here, you're just going to move it all the way to the top. Likewise, if it were on the very bottom, right here, you would just move it all the way to the top. And we got lucky because red is already matched with red. And so we have red matched with red with the white on top, green matched with green with white on top, and then we have a blue matched with the white on top. So what we have to do is move this piece to match with this blue. So all we have to do is turn the white piece all the way to the bottom. Okay, you see it's on the bottom. We match it up with the blue piece. Then we move it back to the top. You always want to make sure the white is facing on top. If you start getting mixed up with moving the cube around and you're not facing the top, it's going to get messed up. Just keep the white on the top. So our last piece that we need is a orange and a white. I'm guessing it's on the bottom. Yep. So we have a white on the bottom and an orange that's matched with it. All we have to do is move it all the way to the top. And there you have it. You have the cross on top. The next move that we have to do is get the corner pieces with whites on the top and corresponding with the colors that are adjacent to each other. So right here we have a white, a green, and a red. So the white and green and red piece would fit right here in this corner because you have green, red. So what you're going to do is you move, I'm going to do it this way so you can see it. You're going to move, here it is, we're going to get this right here. You're going to move this piece down. You're going to move, so here's the top. You move this piece down. You're also going to move this piece down because you want it to go right here. Then you move the bottom piece over, and then you go back up. And you have it fitting in that spot. So we want to do the same thing for the other three corners. So this one already has a white on top, but we need to fit it with the green and orange piece. So the green and orange piece goes here. So it's completely opposite. But what we can do is move this piece down to the bottom, move it over here, just one move. Now it's kind of that same move, just turning the cube around because we want the piece to go here. It's just the opposite side. So the piece is here and we want it to go here. So we move the opposite side down, then we move the bottom piece over, and then we move it back up to the top. And now we have 2 out of the 4 corners fixed. Okay? Now, sorry, let's fix that. Okay. Yeah, 2 out of the 4 corners fixed. So now what we want is this piece right here on the bottom of the cube, the red and blue piece, to fit right here. So what we have to do, I'll show you this way. So it's here, and we want it to go here. So you move the white piece over, you move the top piece down, you move the white piece back from the bottom, and then you move it back to the top. And you see their corresponding colors also. And you can see a T right here. What you want is a T with the colors. Green has a T, red has a T, blue has a T, and we're just missing the one orange. So where is the last piece? Okay, so it's on the very bottom of the cube. The white is facing the bottom. So with this, if the white is facing the bottom and you want it to go here, you move the cube, the bottom of the cube, over this way. So now it's on the bottom of where you want it. Okay? Now you're going to move it down this way. So I just moved, it's on the bottom here, I just move it down. So now it's on this side of the cube. Then you move it out of the way, and you move this side back, and now we have this white piece, it's out and it's ready to be moved to here. So we're just gonna do that same move that we've been doing. We move it over, and we want it to go right here, and the white's here. So we move this down, the white piece over, and then you move it back up. And you should have a T on every color. That's the second part of the move. Okay, now what we want to do is get these ones, the middle pieces, with their matching colors. And we already have one that's matching, but we need to get the other ones. So what you do for this one is you're going to be looking at the bottom portion of the cube, and you want the T to go all the way down to the bottom. And so you see 2 greens here, we want 3 greens, so this doesn't work. We need to move this red, in this case, if you have a red, you move it to the red, and don't worry about this red or the yellow, you just want to see a T. Okay. I want to show you a different angle of this. Do you want to come and move? Just so that they can just get... Okay, so it's just a different view of it, just to make it easier. So, okay, maybe this way. That's better. Okay, so we got that T, and we want this piece right here, because there's a red and a blue, we want it to go right here, because there's blue and red. Okay, so what we do is you have the cube facing you, just like this. The top is right here. You move it over the opposite way that you want it to go. You move this side down. Then you move it back to where you want it to go. You move this back up. Turn the cube over. Move the white over one. This one down. Over and up. And now you have that blue right in the corner. Okay, now we need to find another one. Okay, so we need an orange and a green. And we want this piece to be orange and green. Where is that piece? Let's find it. Right here. Green and orange. So what we need to do is match up the green with the green. And now you see that there's a T. So we're going to do the same thing. You always move this piece opposite of where you want it to go. So if we wanted it to go here, we move it this way. But since this time we want it to go here, we're going to move it this way. Same moves, just opposite way. So we move the green this way, then we move this one down, then we move this one over, then we move this one up, turn the cube over, move the white over, move this down, move it back over, and move it up. And now you have the orange and the green right there. Okay, now we need one more. So we need the red and the green piece. So where is that? Right here. It's already set up. Don't worry about this red. We want to make sure we have a T here. And on the bottom, there's the green piece right there. We want this to go right here. So what do? We move it opposite of where we want it. So we go opposite, move this down, move it back, move it up, turn the cube, move it over one more. Now you see here, it's that same move that we were doing in the beginning. Move it down, over, up. And we should have the second row completely filled, which we do, the first and the second. Okay, so now that we have that, we want to look at the bottom of the cube. So this is the top, and this is the bottom. And we want to see this cross right here. If we have this cross already on the bottom like we do now, then we get to skip a step. But normally, you're going to have a cube that looks exactly like this. I'll just show you real quick what it would look like after you finish this portion of it. You're going to have what looks like an L. So just like this. Don't worry about this yellow here. But you have like an L shape with the yellow. That's what you're most likely going to see. And what you want to do is make sure that you're looking at the L backwards. So this would be, you know, a regular L, and this would be backwards L. And whatever color is on the top of this backwards L right here, that's what you're going to match up. So we have this L and there's a blue. So we want to match up blue with blue. So let's do that. Blue with blue. Okay. And now, what we're going to do is, since we have the backwards L, we're going to do this next. To get the cross on the bottom of all yellows, just this cross, this is the move. Okay, you go down, over, up, you move this one down, over, up, and then down, over, up. And then, okay, we still have an L. So if that happens, you just do it one more time. So we'll do it a little quicker this time. So we go down, over, up, face, over, up, down, over, up. Okay. I might have done that move wrong the first time, so let me do that one more time, just so you can get it. Let me just get back to where we were. Okay, so we have a backwards L. You wanting to look at it like this. And then on the top of the L, okay, there's a green, and it's already matched up. So here's the move again. Down, over, up, face down, bottom over again, face back up, down, over, up, That should give you the cross on the bottom. Let's see. There we go. Don't worry about this one or this one. We just want to see the cross right there. Okay? Now that we have the top done, this row, all we need is this row. And we're going to just turn the cube around, and now this is going to be the top of the cube right here. And we're going to have this on the bottom. So, at this point, we have the cross on the top, and we want to match up the middle piece, the middle colors, we want them to be matched up with their corresponding colors. So, for example, right here, don't worry about this red, but we want this red to be matched with this, like the side. So that's matched up, and none of the other ones are matched up. And that's exactly what we need. We just need one matched up on the side, and we don't want any others matched up. But we will get there with this move. Okay? So, for this move, you're looking at this red side. Okay? Here's the top. You're going to do this. You're going to go up, over, down, over, up, over, down. And we should have all the same colors. If not, on this move, you do it twice. So, since none of the other colors are matched, we have to do it again on this same side. So, let's go up, over, down, over, up, over, down. That should do it. See? Here we go. Blue, orange with orange, green with green. And they all look like, it looks like a tank. So you want to make sure you see a tank on all these. Don't worry about this blue, but, you know, kind of looks like a tank. All we need to do left are the corners. Okay? So, this one's a little tricky, but you can do it. So what we're looking for at this point is a corner that has the right colors, but that is mixed up. So I'll show you what that is. So right here, okay, you see how there's a red, yellow, and green? It's just, it looks weird. Like, all we have to do is this. And it would be perfect. But since it's not, we don't want it to be, it's just like this. And this is the corner that we're going to work with. So depending on what color you have on your cube, and potentially there could be one that's like this, that's already perfect, and that's the corner you'd work with. You want the one that has the colors that are in the right spot. See these ones, there's an orange, green, and yellow. Well, there's blue, red, and yellow. Those don't match. This is blue, that matches. Yellow, that matches. But there's a red on the top, and red is over here, so that doesn't match up. So this is the only one that matches. Green, red, and yellow. Okay, so to get all the corners correct, we need to do this. Okay, we work with this corner. We go like this. Over, up, over, up, over, down, over, down. Okay, now let's check the cube. We have the same corner we were working with, and it looks exactly the same. Okay, we have a corner that's completely finished. Another corner that's, it's not correct, but the colors are in the right spots. So all we'd have to do is this, and it'd be fixed. So we've done that move correctly. Sometimes you have to do that move twice on the same corner. So you do that over up move again. Okay? Once you get to that point where you have all the correct sides, you just have to work with these two corners now, and then you're finished. Okay? So what we do here is we pick a side. So if we don't want to do this one, or we want to do this one, we make sure that the corner that we're working with is on our right side. Okay? And here is the last move that we have to do before finishing the cube. Okay? This is important. So we go down, over, up, back, down, over, up, back, okay? You got to go down, over, up, back, down, over, up, back. And once it's on the top, you always have to finish it by going back, okay? Now, this corner is done now, but we have to keep this right here where it is and only move the top, okay? Since we're working with the right-hand side of the cube, we need to make sure the last piece that we have to finish is on the right side, okay? I know it looks kind of weird, but here's what we got to do. The same thing, okay? All we've done is move the cube over twice to get this side over. We go down, over, up, back, down, over, up, back, down, over, up, back, down, over, up, back. And you have finished the Rubik's Cube. You're just waiting for the yellow piece to get to the top, and then you're finished with that corner. Okay, if we had one more corner to do, we would stop right there and move it over again to the next corner that we needed. If it were here, then we'd do that down, over, up, back again. But you have finished the Rubik's Cube. Good job.